want to change the way people think about games, not just gamers, but parents and teachers and everybody. We think that games are a significant part of our culture, our worldwide culture. It's not just a pastime for kids anymore. Games are mainstream entertainment, more so every single day. But we're at this kind of tipping point right now where, I always hate to say this because I love comic books, but we could go the way of the comic book. We could become marginalized and, just become entertainment for kids now and forevermore. Or we can take our place with movies and literature and television and, more, I can't believe I just described television as a respected medium. But anyway, we can take our place as real significant adult entertainment. And I think in order for us to do that, we have to stop looking to the past. We have to stop looking to, our old Dungeons and Dragons campaigns and stop looking to previous games for inspiration and start thinking about what we can do that no other medium can do. The other thing that's really interesting to me is the academics are starting to pay attention to us, I mean, I'm doing a lot of work with people from MIT and Northwestern and USC and UCal Irvine and, I mean, DigiPen and Full Sail. There are schools that are now teaching game studies. I mean, who would have thought? And that sounds horrible and, oh my God, people are going to start talking about semiotics or something at some point, but it's really kind of cool because those guys are like the cultural gatekeepers. They're the ones who decide this is important, this is not. They're the ones who are going to be going to Joe Lieberman in Congress and saying, no, this is not just about violence. This is not just about, using sex to sell games. There's something else going on here. This is a part of our culture. It's important. Back off. I don't buy the argument that there are console gamers and PC gamers. I don't buy it for 1 second. Here's the deep, dark secret. I played one PC game from start to finish last year. I played so many more hours of console games last year than I did PC games. It's not even funny. Everybody in the studio has a rockin' PC on his or her desk, and we all have console games at home. Okay, the audiences are coming together. The kinds of games we're making are directly in line with what PC gamers want, what console gamers want, what gamers want. In most games, what happens is, a player says, "Wasn't it cool when that monster burst through the window and you got out your BFG and you killed it? Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, it was cool when I did that too." In our games, what happens is, someone will say, "Wasn't it cool when that monster burst through that window and I got out my BFG and I killed it?" And someone will say, "Monster? What monster? I never saw a monster. I'll have to go back and try that again, a different way, and see if I can get the monster to burst through the window." Our games are all about your experience being unique. The most validating thing that's happened in the last couple of years was the release of Grand Theft Auto 3. That game came out on the PS2, and it's coming to every other platform in the world now, obviously, and completely validated everything we were trying to do. It validated not just in general terms that players want a deep simulation that they can interact with however they want, but it validated the idea that console gamers are as into this as PC gamers always have been. So we think we're in the right place at the right time with the right idea, and our whole manifesto is built around the idea of creating great immersive simulation games. We don't think of ourselves as shooters or action games or role-playing games or anything except immersive simulation games. What we try to do is we try to set up a cool overall story. In Deus Ex, you're J.C. Denton, Deus Ex 1. You're J.C. Denton, you've got a brother Paul, you work for UNATCO, you go on a bunch of missions. Oh my God, they've turned against me. That kind of storytelling stuff we own. That belongs to us. But the minute-to-minute gameplay, how do you respond to UNATCO turning against you? How do you respond to the fact that the bad guys might not be the bad guys. That's all up to you. You know, there are two guys standing there. Do you kill them? Do you sneak past them? Do you talk to them? That's all up to you. And we think that player-controlled, free-form sort of gameplay is really powerful. It's what games do that no other medium does. And it's kind of the foundation of everything we try to do in the studio. When you play a game, it shouldn't be about how clever the designer was. It shouldn't be about, oh my God, what a cool puzzle. Wasn't that neat the way the designer created something and I solved it? It should be about you in a game world, interacting with that game world the way you want, making a plan, executing it, and you get to be creative. Players get to be creative. The thing that gets everybody in the studio excited is when players collaborate with us in the telling of a story. The world is ready for it. The key is making the gameplay accessible, which we now know we can do. And so, you know, a year from now, we rule the world. That's our master plan, you know?